definitely think that we've grown relationship-wise, and I think that me and him are seeing eye to eye very much so, and I think I'm becoming the leader that he's wanted me to be. So I think at this point, I think we're very comfortable with each other, and I'm very happy that he's my head coach.
How hard was it last year to get an understanding of kind of what he wanted and kind of him understanding who you were and your personality, and how difficult was that throughout the year last year?
Well, everyone knew that Coach Brew was coming in to change the culture, and that was one thing that was on his mind, and in that sense, that it was going to be hard to build relationships in that sense. So, but at that point, as our offseason started this offseason, he's made it a big thing that relationships are big and we need them.
How much?
Jim Chaney, Coach Chaney. Coach Chaney's definitely helped me a lot. Just today, we were just in there this morning working on third down. So, just having him around, I love it. I love the fact that he's the offensive coordinator, and the guys are definitely starting to appreciate all the knowledge that he brings to the game.
Have you sensed the more?
What has he done specifically in terms of helping?
He's widening the offense. He's attacking at different points. We definitely see a different change in schematics and the way he thinks, and we're very excited for it.
Have you sensed the more laid back Coach Pruitt with Coach Ansley and Coach Chaney there? Do you think those guys have been a good thing for him?
Yeah, I see him laid back right now, but we'll see in about 3-4 weeks how that is. So.
Jared, what do you want people to know about this team as you enter here at Media Days?
Definitely a different team from last year. I think we're more mature. I think we have a lot of guys that have done it and have played some SEC games, and I think that there's also some younger guys that are going to help us this year. And we've worked very hard throughout this offseason, and we're excited for the season to start.
Jared, talk about the development of the unit in front of you. A lot of folks say the success of this offense depends on how those guys improve from last year.
Yeah, I think that they're developing very well. They're becoming one, and I think that the younger guys coming in are definitely going to help us, and I think that the older guys are doing a great job of getting better every day and taking on the leadership role.
When you work with your QB coach back in New Jersey, Tony, what do you guys work on?
Work on a bunch of stuff, a lot of footwork things, a lot of getting out the pocket, really just being on time and rhythm, being able to explode from our hips, and just really get throws aligned. So I really enjoy working out with him, and we always get some good work in.
Do you do chalk talk sessions with him? Like, do you work on any kind of mental stuff in him?
Yeah, we always do that type of stuff. I mean, it's been different just because I'm working in a new offense, so I have to kind of talk about different things with him, but we do some of that too.
Jared, how would you evaluate your play last year, and what are your main priorities in terms of improvement this year?
There's definitely room for improvement. I went into this offseason with a lot of skepticism of what didn't work and what did work, and I checked the film, I checked the practices from last year, I checked on throwing motions, footwork, all those type of things, and I think that I studied myself very well, and I think I was able to fix some things that I saw in the past that I didn't like as much, and I was able to get better at certain things that I needed to get better at.
You feel 100%.
Can you tell specifically, like what kind of things?
Quick game footwork, RPO footwork, definitely the mental side. There's always room for the mental side. My dad always said that you can never spend as much time in the film room as you possibly can, so there's never a time limit in there. So those were really things that I really harped on.
How do you think the Manning Passing Academy helped you?
Immensely. I was with a lot of the top quarterbacks in the country, and I was with Peyton, Archie, Cooper, and Eli, and I think those 4 guys really helped me out a lot, of course. And I was able to just pick minds with Coach Schottenheimer that was there, and just a lot of people, and I really enjoyed competing against other quarterbacks and really getting a feel for my relationship with them.
When you're sitting down with them, what are the questions you have for them?
Just really about how they go into the season, the preparation that they do during the season, things that they do in the off season, how they lift, how they eat, all those type of things.
What did they tell you that will sort of change how you operate?
Well, luckily me and Peyton have a good relationship, and I think even before I started doing this film stuff this season, he told me to go back and look at interception tape, sack tape, touchdown tape, look at different drives, look at red zone. So I think that Peyton really has helped me out a lot, and even when I get around him, I get to ask some more questions, and I feel comfortable with him enough to do that.
When you watch that, what are you looking for?
Looking for what?
When you look, we'll go back and watch interceptions in the bad plays. What do you want? What are you looking for?
Looking at footwork, looking at conceptually what I should have thought pre-snap, protection-wise, if there was something that could have been done, and that's really about it in just my play.
How often do you talk to Peyton?
I probably talk to him once every 3-4 weeks.
How many hours a day do you think you're spending in the film room this summer?
A lot. I mean, me and Coach Chaney have been catching up a lot, and I think that probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, you don't put a time limit on it. Whenever you feel like you got enough for that day, then you head on home.
Jared, how much more freedom at the line of scrimmage do you think you'll have, not just to get you in the right plays, but maybe slide protections, get you in the right protection?
I can't even put it into words. It's a lot different. I think that Coach Chaney's really trusts me with the offense, and I think that, well, I know that he has me really calling protections. He has me calling plays, calling my own plays at the line, and just meeting with him every day, I get a feel for what he wants, and I get a feel for what I really like to do. So he's given me a lot of different things that I'm very happy that I get to take on.
Jarrett,
that a
you've been a
lot?
guy that's taken a lot of shots while you've been here. You got guys like Wanye and Darnell rolling into the program. How much have you tried to get them up to speed just to give you more bodies up front?
Honestly, I think that everybody in the offensive line has really did well. I think that our freshmen that came in, Wanye, Darnell, Chris, and Jackson, have really came in and worked very hard, and they're doing some extra meetings with the older guys, the offensive line, and I think just even the guys that have played some snaps, played a role, have taken on the role of competing. I think competition is always good for our offensive line and offense.
Earlier today, Coach Pruitt said, talking about you, he's our quarterback. We didn't hear that from him last year, this time of year. What is that like going into camp where that is the case?
It's definitely nice to be comfortable. I know that I'm going to have to go in every day and compete against myself, so I can't be too comfortable. I know I have to look in the mirror and really challenge myself every single day. But it's nice to have the team on my back and be able to say, okay, I'm the quarterback. I get to lead some things, get to talk about the offense to different people. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a role that I like and I really feel challenged about.
Jared, do you feel like this team can surprise some people this year?
Yeah, I think that we have a very good football team, and I think that there's going to be some games that we go into very confident, and we'll be able to win.
You talked about how much time you're spending in the film room with Coach Chaney. Did you do that in past years with the coaching staff this much, or is this definitely the most you've done?
Coach Chaney's a different guy, so he definitely liked the fact that I'm always up there, and he always invites me up there. So I think that just having the pleasure of being up there with him, I feel gratitude, and I think that it's helped me a lot in the meantime.
What are some
a lot of
things-
people say that the way that, that what separates Jim Chaney is the way that he learns about his guys and he learns how to coach different guys and relate to them. And have you learned that he sort of has adapted sort of the way he talks to really get the point home to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Coach Chaney, what he really does best, he's been at so many different places. His track record's amazing. What he really does best is he gets to know his offense, and he does what really the offense does well, and he consistently puts guys in a good positions to get the ball and get the ball out. So I'm really excited to have him as my offense coordinator. When I heard that he was hired, I was very excited, and I was very happy, and still am.
What do you think? What does this offense do well right now?
Or we haven't played a game yet, so I don't know. But I think that we're getting better in all assets, run game, pass game, protection-wise. And I think we're just finishing after the catch pretty well right now. And even when we're doing our player-led practices, we're doing different things and getting a feel for each other.
That control and freedom at the line you were talking about, Jared, how much more is it than last season?
A lot. I really have a full control right now, and I think Coach Chaney put that on me, and I'm ready for the task.
Jerry, you talked about kind of your comfort with the coaching staff and their comfort with you. What about kind of your comfort being Tennessee's quarterback? All the stuff that comes with that, the attention, whether it's good, bad, ugly sometimes. I mean, how much have you learned to handle that?
It's definitely allowed me to mature and allowed me to grow over the past years. I remember 2 years ago when I was just stepping into this role and I wasn't completely ready and I didn't know that it was really like this. And I was young and I definitely learned from that experience. And I think the older I've gotten, I've started to learn how to become that face of Tennessee, that guy that really can lead the program.
You 100%
One more,
going into
guys.
camp?
100%, yep, healthy.
Was there one more? If you got one more.
Oh, one.
Jarrett, with Trey Smith, what's it like for you as a teammate, kind of watching all that he's gone through and him fighting to get back on the field?
Yeah, I mean, Trey was one of my first roommates when I got here, and when he got here, I was his first. And he's one of my best friends, so I really appreciate the fact that he's trying to get back, and I don't want him to rush into things if his health isn't 100%, because I really care about him as a person. So if he's able to play, he's able to play. If he's not, then I'm completely happy with that.
Thank you, everybody.